Guys, what did I say? What did I say? The stock market is now getting rinsed again like a freaking car wash. I mean, look at what is going on here. Stocks are falling after we got news that Trump essentially is saying that the trade war right now, the tensions with China remain high. We literally got that like 10 minutes ago, and look at what the S&P 500 did. SPY dropped 0.6%. Well, now it's down 0.6%, but it dumped instantly when we got this news, right? Which, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Come on, guys. QQQ is down 0.5% today after hitting 608 this morning. I think we hit close to all-time highs. We got pretty dang close. Now we're starting to drop. VIX is up 14%. The Russell is down, the small cap index, 1.5%, as the Dow Jones is down slightly over 0.5%. So we are getting, not a ridiculous crash right now, but it's obvious that the bears are alive. They're alive and they're well. You know what I mean? And clearly, the downtrend in the short term is continuing, which again, I am not surprised. I covered this in my video yesterday, right? We covered this exact chart on SPY. We said, look at what's going on here. And by the way, we're going to cover Sofi in this video, go over what the charts are looking like there, maybe some other stocks. But I want to go over this because this is super fresh news here. We covered this exact chart, and I was like, guys, we're making higher lows but lower highs at the same time. And look at what happened today. We put in, yet again, another lower high. You're seeing it right here. We put in lower high at 668. Yesterday, we hit 669, 670 in the morning. And to make things worse, to make matters worse, notice this right here. We're actually falling through this trend line, which isn't the best for the bulls in the short term. Look, we're actually breaking out of the lows, or breaking through the lows from yesterday. Yesterday on SPY, we hit about 659, 660, and we peaked, or not peaked, but we went through those a little bit, and it looks like, we're we're trying to take them out completely, right? So this is not looking the best in the short term. Honestly, it's not. And this is why I've been sitting on cash. This is why I did not buy yesterday or the day before or well, I did buy a little bit on Monday. But this is why I've been waiting, because I'm not convinced that the selling is over yet, that we're just going to go right back to all-time highs. This is not how it works, guys. Sometimes, sure, it could work like that. But with just judging the history here with Trump, the president of China, it's not just going to go away like that. You know what I mean? And here we are getting more volatility, and now the VIX is up 14, 15%. And SoFi, let me pull this up quickly, and I want to show you guys an article as well. SoFi is down over 4%. We are getting hit here, guys. We tried breaking through $28, $29, which that is the big breakout spot on SoFi right now, and we failed. We failed to do so. And I've said this in many of these updates. I'm convinced SoFi would have went over 30 last Friday if we never got this news from Trump, China, President Xi, right? President Trump. If we never got this news, SoFi would probably be over this resistance level. But the reality is it's not. It's not right now, and it's kind of in free fall in the short term. As again, it's down over 4%. It looks like a falling knife. It really does on this intraday chart, on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, and you're noticing it on the 1-hour chart as well. So at this point, guys, let's see if we find support in the mid-20s, right? That's where we've held the last couple of weeks, $25, $26 a share, and we're there right now. Be patient. Be patient. It's the calm before the storm on SoFi. We have earnings coming up here on the 28th. So less than 2 weeks away, guys. 28th in the morning, we're getting their earnings. That's not this Tuesday coming up, but the Tuesday after that, right? Yeah, that's Tuesday. SoFi, it's figuring itself out before earnings, and earnings are going to be big, and of course we're going to cover them here on the channel, guys. So make sure to subscribe, hit that follow button, the notification bell, do all that good stuff. And let me show you this article now. I figured let's break it down now. I was going to save it for the next video, but screw it, man. This is live news, or pretty live, pretty fresh. So let's just go over what's going on here quickly with Trump, China, because this obviously has a massive implication on the stock market, right? So President Trump Wednesday confirmed that trade tensions with China remain high, telling a reporter who asked whether the two countries are headed for a prolonged trade war. He said, well, you're in one now. The president's comments came despite Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent suggesting that an extension of the tariff pause between the U.S. and China was possible, and that Trump still plans to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping later this month in South Korea. We all know that. So overall, man, we can see President Trump said, don't worry about China. We covered this, right? It will all be fine. Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment, right? Saying that. And then since then, however, China sanctioned U.S. units of a South Korean shipping company. You guys probably heard that, while Trump threatened to further curtail trade with the country in response to its halt of U.S. soybean purchases. And let's see, what else is relevant to mention here, guys? Earlier next month, the U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear a challenge to Trump's most sweeping tariffs, the reciprocal country-by-country duties that you can see in the graphic above. Where the heck is that graphic? Either way, that's going to be interesting. A ruling against the tariffs, which would be in line with lower court decisions, could have significant ramifications for Trump's tariff strategy. So yeah, man, essentially what's going on, it's escalating. The trade war, the escalations, the what did he say again? It remains high. You know what I mean? It's high. And the reality is, guys, we're going to have more volatility in this market. It's going to be rocky for at least another week or two. If you guys think we're going to cool off, or the volatility is going to cool off and we're just going to go to all-time highs before this meeting in South Korea, you're nuts. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? We're going to see more volatility, probably more red, not for sure, but it's something I'm thinking about here before this meeting. It's just what's going to happen, in my opinion, and that's what we're seeing here on the charts. Again, we're down across the board. The VIX is up 15%. Sofi is taking a beating, right? And not to mention the government shutdown. It's funny. Well, not funny, but people tend to forget the government shut down. If you're a business owner, or maybe you don't work for the government, you work for a private, the private sector, you're probably like, oh, I don't even think about the government shutdown. It's not affecting me. I don't even know it's happening. And honestly, that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, I was taking a shower this morning and I was like, oh, wait, the government's still shut down. It's funny. Well, again, not funny, but if you're not in it, you don't really think about it too much. But that's also having arguably a little way down here on the stock market. And we covered this before the government shutdown, or the day that the government shutdown happened. I showed you all stats, right? Graphics on how the market performs during government shutdowns. And most of the time, the market doesn't give a crap. That's the conclusion we came to. The market doesn't care too much about government shutdowns, but there were time periods where the market during a government shutdown did go down. It happens. It's not like every time the government shuts down, the market doesn't care. So there's a lot going on with the trade war, government shutdown, inflation. Gold's up 25% in the past 2 months. Silver is up a ton. It doesn't stop going up. So there's a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. The dollar, the Dixie's getting nailed. It's just a lot, man. It's a lot. And I think there could be some more rockiness before this meeting. It's just what's going to happen. That's what I think. And that's what I've been, kind of preparing for here with some cash in the portfolio, not buying the rips, the last couple days, because I think we might see more downside. And here we are. VIX up 16%, SPY's down, SoFi's down, you name it. Everything is down. Not everything. We do have some green. Micron MU's up 5%. CRM 4.3. Geez, guys, CRM does not stop. That's a joke. It hasn't done much, but hey, it's up today. 4%. In the midst of this red day rather. Let's see. OKLO. All right, man. I should have bought shorts or puts rather on OKLO a couple days ago or yesterday when we hit 193. Now would have been a great time to lock in those profits on that. But yeah, man, it's one of those days, and it's not looking like it's getting any better, at least today. And we'll see how the coming days go. Obviously, how the rest of the day goes. We'll make more videos, guys. So make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. I post those every week, twice a week. There's a Discord chat. We're chatting in there, guys. And the real benefit is you get to see how I build a real money portfolio with $500 a week. We're doing multiple bonus deposits per month, right? Whenever I want to throw in more money. So we're investing thousands of dollars a month in this Patreon portfolio. And I post everything, guys. And we're beating the market by a long shot. So check it out if you're interested. Link down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.